All right. So at this time, I call this Hot Spring Community Redevelopment Agency meeting to order June 18th at 7:30. At this time, we have the invocation by Member James and following that, the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear Lord, we thank you for allowing us to gather here again tonight. Thank you for the blood as it runs warm in our bodies. Tonight we're here to consider the interest that has been submitted as a proposal for our budget for our CRA. We ask that we be allowed to discuss these interests together without argument. These things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Chair Williams.
Here.
Vice Chair Evans.
Still here.
Member James.
Here.
Member Jameson.
Here.
Member Newcomb.
Here.
Member Weller.
Here.
All right, thank you, ma'am. At this time, we have approval of CRA minutes for May the 7th, 2015.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second in discussion. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, moving right on to item number 1. Consider approval of amendment to the amendments to the 2014-2015 budget.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
considering the discussion previously to this meeting on the workshop, I'll make a motion to approve the amendments to the fiscal year 2014-15 budget.
A second.
Have a motion and a second in discussion. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, come by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carries. Item 2, approve the proposed budget for 2015-2016 for the CRA.
Make a motion to approve the proposed fiscal year budget for 2015-2016 for the CRA.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, come by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carries. Boy, all meetings go this fast.
Discussion ahead of time, we'll do that.
One thing I want to say at this time for the report, I just want to commend Amanda for the job that she's been doing for the last several months. You've done a very, very good job, and we can see the improvement
Absolutely.
So we just want to say thank you for that.
Yes.
I can think back to a few years ago. Not so. But we want to thank you for a job well done. We hope you stay around for a while to keep helping to improve the CRA. Again, we just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to your report at this time.
All right, so I'll start with the grant. All of the grantees have completed all of their paperwork and have signed all the agreements. So we're moving forward, and they're making good progress with that. We have a few. There are about almost to completion. They'll be completed in the next month or so, including the house that you were talking about, David Graham, that is moving along very nicely. We're just finishing up the siding now, so that should be done here in the next couple of weeks. The antique shop, antique center, they're moving along very nice. It's looking really good up there. They're putting a lot of work into that, and it's going to look very nice as well. And then the newer ones haven't started yet, but they have completed all of their permits and everything that they have needed. So.
I have a question on that.
Yes, ma'am.
If they have not finished by the end of the fiscal year, then I assume whatever monies that have been allocated will be moved
Correct.
over, right?
Correct.
Okay.
They would just roll over and they would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Correct. And they have 6 months from the time that they signed the agreement. So
Right.
the ones that we initially did, they should all be finished by that fiscal year, but the ones that were awarded in May will not.
Okay.
Member Evans?
Well, that answered my question. I was asking if they had 6 months from the time they were approved or from the time they signed the paperwork.
Time they signed the agreement.
You read my mind, so you are doing your job well.
Moving on to the murals. So Mr. Barkman has contacted both of the building owners. They have agreed to it and have signed the consent. I'm waiting on Mr. Gabriel's, but he has verbally acknowledged several times that he will sign it. I think we'll follow up with that again. So I have these for you guys to review and to approve the designs they picked. There will be probably slight changes to them, as you know, it's hard for an artist to do exactly what they're going to be doing. But these are the two that will be most close to what they are. So I'll show them.
You hold them very well.
Do you want that easel?
That's good.
Yes. So there had been discussion about what would go on them. Talking with Mr. Davis, Mr. Barkman came up that these would be panels for the current tenant, but they'll be removable panels, so that he'll be able to swap them out as the tenants leave. And then this will say farmer's market on it and have an arrow.
There was some question, I believe, about if tenants other than in his building, if those, in other words, if tenants that are along the street, if that would be allowed to be on there.
No, that is something that would have to be discussed with Mr. Davis, since he owns the building. We could.
I think you need to, that seems to me, I remember that was some discussion on that. There was some question on that. I don't know.
I thought it was just a building tenant.
No, I don't think so. No, I think we should ask at least
Okay.
anyway.
I'll talk to the artist and I'll talk to Mr. Davis about it.
You want to open up to that, so in case somebody's watching, they can. No, right there, you're fine. Where you are.
I mean, certainly he's not going to have, I don't know how many trains or what do you call them, spaces are there, but I don't know that he has that many in his, he might, I don't know.
He does.
Yeah, I think he does.
Does he?
I think it is.
And if they're not full,
Right.
then he can have somebody else go on there just to have it, and then he can put his own on. Let him have his first choice. You know.
And then this is the one that Mr. Gabriel and Mr. Barkman came up with to show the springs as well. So to bring that in
I
to
like
it, and then the lights.
Nice.
Does he actually do bike rentals there?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. Did not know that.
And when we get the rails trails, he certainly probably will.
Yeah, sure he will.
Very nice.
Am I in the right spot?
Good.
All right. So once that last consent is completed, the contracts will be put into place and he will have 6 months to complete the work.
Thank you. Where are the other ones that you were discussing that the murals might be able to go on the buildings?
There had been a couple discussions put around. I have not contacted the business owners until you guys finalize which locations you would like. The old school on the one side where the handicap ramp is one location, and the hardware store is another location that was suggested. And I believe out here on Cyber Studios was the third location.
I know the one for the old school, that kind of mural was really a quilt, because they're doing a Florida quilt trail type of, through Florida. And I think there was something mentioned about Jerry's Barbershop, that piece there, but I don't know.
Yeah, we had talked about that at one time also.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which building that was on.
It says Jerry's Barbershop on it.
It's right by, you know where True Blue Cafe is, right on the
Okay.
corner.
Yeah, right there.
Jerry's is
Right up there
immediately
on
Right.
to the corner of that on Main.
That's the Jerry that's no longer there, right?
Yeah, that's the Jerry that's.
Well, he was there at one time,
Right.
passed away.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, once we decide after these murals in the next fiscal year, if you guys give me direction as to which ones you would like to pursue, then I'll contact the business owners at that time. If they're willing to do it.
I was pleasantly surprised too to see that Pastor Sammy Nelson had taken the initiative to paint the front of that building.
It looks
too.
really nice.
Yes, and I can't, how many children he has there, even in the summer, they're coming in there for free meals, and that's a wonderful program. So I'm glad that he's taken the initiative to make it look nice and
Yeah.
to do something for the town.
And I think
Good.
once some businesses get started making it look nice, that encourages the other businesses
Sure.
to also
Mhm,
improve
mhm,
theirs.
mhm.
I spoke with Mr. Barber from Edward Jones. I spoke with him on Tuesday
Kelly.
just to see how everything was going, and he let me know that he is purchasing another building downtown.
Great.
All right.
Good.
So that's it for murals. The events and programs, we have Music in the Park this Sunday. It'll be in the old school. It's so hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone would sit through a concert right now out there. So he'll be in the old school, and then Folk in the Spring is in September. And this year he's going to have 11 artists and 8 different venues, all in the CRA district. And he's estimating at least 1,500 people this year. So it's going to be a great program to highlight the CRA businesses and the district. And I'm working with him to figure out how we can better incorporate more of the CRA to highlight it as well. And highlight the CRA, so it feeds off each other. And then, like the mayor mentioned, the Smithsonian program, I met with them today to help them with their budget. As of right now, there's no cash requested from the CRA, but I will let you know and bring that to you guys if they do it another time. So economic development and businesses. In May, I met with the economic development coordinator for Alachua County. He came up to High Springs. I gave him a tour of all the CRA and the different businesses. He was very impressed. He didn't realize we had so much here in High Springs. And he's working on several different initiatives right now that he would like the city and the CRA to be a part of. One of them is just getting us on their website for Alachua County and making sure our data is correct. So I'm working with him that as soon as we get our maps in for the CRA district, he will upload those and have those for people as well. So when they go to search High Springs, the CRA district will come up as well, and it'll be overlaid with all the other districts. Then we've had a couple of new businesses open in the CRA. The Tesca is open. I have not been yet, but I've heard a couple people say that it's good. So I'm meaning to get over there soon. And then Iris Blooms, it relocated out of the CRA district. From there, Butterfly and Bees Christian Early Learning Academy. It was scheduled to open June 1st. That's the building right behind the Great Outdoors. But they're having a bit of a trouble with their DCF inspections, requiring a few more things. So they're scheduled to open July 1st. They're pretty sure they'll have everything that the DCF required of them by then. And then Lanza Art is scheduled to open in mid-July as well. It has a cool shop. If you haven't been in it yet, it's really cool. You're there almost every day. It's really nice.
Great.
And I had a visit from some people interested in renting the shop right there next to Cyber Studios, and they're interested in bringing a gourmet vinegar and olive oil store.
There's one of those in St. Augustine. It is so cool.
It is really cool. They want to do all kinds of taste testing and everything. So
Yeah. It's
they're
just
looking
neat.
at it this summer to do it.
That is neat.
And then I met with the chamber president in May to discuss how to bring training to the CRA businesses. And I'm going to be meeting with the director of GTEC, which is the Santa Fe program that helps entrepreneurs, and just take a look at their program and see if it's something that we can duplicate here or base a model around here to help new businesses that are coming in to get the services that they need. And then I want to give you an update on the extension plan. It's going very well. I'm about, I would say, 50% through with the draft of it. I will be presenting that to you, the first draft, in August. So we're on schedule with that. The part that we are a little behind is the planning part, as far as getting the maps to me. but I'm going to stay on them, and hopefully by the time I present you the draft plan, I will have the maps to go along with it. That's the goal. But yeah, like I said before, talking with Carol Westmoreland, she doesn't think that we need to do an additional workshops for the workshops we had with her.
Something that I had forgot to bring up when on the budget, and I was thinking that, and this goes along with new businesses, people looking to come in. So often they come in and start a new business and they don't have a business plan. No idea of what they're going to need for a year to survive, or 2 years that they need to survive, or what they need to do. And I was thinking that with this, and I don't know, maybe this is the direction you're looking at, if the CRA could contract with an individual where we could offer that service to somebody that's looking to start a new business, where we pay that person to sit down with that person to help them work out a business plan. Because we certainly want the business to come in, but we want them to survive, and we ought to try to do what we can to make sure that they do survive. And obviously, part of that is make sure they have a sufficient business plan going into it. So
that's exactly the model that I'm going to be looking at with him. The way that they run their program is it's an incubator. So these they're not all young, but these businesses, new businesses, they work with them for about a year, and they provide a lot of these services to help them with the plan, help them with development, help them with things like faxing service, copying service. So that's when I'm going to sit down and talk to them and see what it takes to get something like that started.
Okay.
And, then working with the chamber also to see how we can partner with them and come up with something for CRA business.
Right. That's great.
That would be a good idea, because I think the chamber is also looking at that same kind of a scenario.
Yeah.
So
it's time. Everything's working together. So.
Great.
Right, so that is my updates. Anything else other information?
Anyone else?
Right, well, I thank you.
Thank you.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion made.
Adjourn.
all right.
7:40.